There's been so many times where I've been working with an attending during a case and they'd say, I wish that this device existed to solve X, Y, or Z problem.
Stanford itself has a history of surgeon innovators, interventionalist innovators, who have fundamentally changed how we practice medicine.
We use a variety of sensors, whether it's wearable sensors, whether it's fabric sensors, whether it's piezoelectric sensors, force sensors. We have a desire to use that technology to quantify what it is that practitioners do at the point of care with their hands or with an instrument. And so we've spent over 20 years quantifying expertise and what that looks like and turning that into digital visualizations that we've never seen before.
So my research focus is to clinically validate the sensors in smartphones and smartwatches in patients with cardiovascular disease. We're working together with the Society of Vascular Surgery to kind of deploy that nationally as a home-based exercise therapy program using all the learnings. Plus we open source the code base to create Cardinal Kit to make it available for other research projects around campus.
The biodesign program works in such a way where you have teams of about 4 fellows, engineers, physicians, and people with a business background. But basically you are evaluating hundreds of ideas, hundreds of problems in the clinical environment, and then figuring out which one of those needs is going to be able to survive the entire process of commercialization.
The Plastic Surgery Technology Innovation Fellowship is a year-long program for any professional development plastic surgery residents who want to work with Dr. Jeff Gertner in the Division of Plastic Surgery. And really, he teaches you how to take an innovation from bench to bedside.
Last year, the world changed, of course. Pandemic broke and things had to go remote very quickly. And our summer program, that was in the summer of 2020, needed to be 100% virtual and remote. And so we quickly put together the content for that program in the virtual reality environment.
I think innovation is required in our space, one, because of the complexity of what we do, but in terms of the anatomy and patient care, but there's also complexities with respect to the legal system and teaching.
One of the things that I did that was really helpful was taking a course through UCSF and Stanford on FDA regulatory affairs. So it really taught me what is an IND, an IDE, an NDA, learning that vocabulary, because you have to be really facile in that if you want to be a medtech innovator. I think it's pretty crucial.
Within a small square footage of area in the county, you just have a higher volume of people who get it, people who are ecstatic about innovation, people who will partner with you and move things forward.
I am a clinical innovation fellow at Intuitive Surgical.
I also did the Stanford Ignite program. So that's an 8-week entrepreneurial boot camp, and that's administered by the Graduate School of Business.
I help run a partnership with Fogarty Innovation, which is an external incubator to accelerate Stanford projects.
The great thing about this department is that they realize that having some financial support is really key to get ideas off the ground, and so we have these seed grants that we offer.
I'm really delighted to present this work, and I would like to thank the department so much for the seed grant.
Thank you, Dr. Morris, for this opportunity to present our work, but also for the support that the department and the Research Oversight Committee has provided for our project.
We had a number of other grants from the National Institutes of Health, and that helped us develop the fundamental methodology in the process for what eventually became the virtual anatomy table that is now available as the Anatomage table.
The UCSF-Stanford Pediatric Device Consortium is an FDA-funded consortium. They're intended to spur early-stage innovation, and the main mechanism by which we do that is seed funding, and we do that through an annual pitch competition.
It is really limited only by our imagination. I think there are some very exciting technologies that are on the horizon.
I really think that innovation has the ability to positively impact patients and at a scale that's well beyond what you can do as an individual physician.